this type of composition overall with the Vice. But they are already going for pressure towards the C site, and Alvin Boy's already down.
And that fault line really just doesn't come quickly enough. That's the tough part for TSM with this comp having to be a bit more reactive. Cubert hit the ground running, already onto this C site, forcing TSM into the very unenviable sort of retake scenario. And having your garage position overwhelmed like that is a bit of concerning conditioning for later on, as Cubert have clearly demonstrated no respect early.
At least they have 2 flashes available for 7 for the retake, and looks like they're going to wait after this orb before they can flood back in.
With that relay bolt now, of course, those shots are coming through to try and buy a bit more space in the back of the site. Timatina already gone down, but this is a nice little backstab coming through garage. Already, Cubert though up and on this site. They stave off TSM comfortably. Camera flashed and removed already into garage. A lot of control here with the Cypher playing a bit towards the C long now. All that util's off the map. Here comes Cubert so easily breaking through on was this C side of the map with that walk up garage. It feels like Alvin feels very spread thin on this part of the map. Hoping to draw a couple of rotators across. They're going to need to get into B pretty quickly, but they don't have that garage control. Gimon almost able to capitalize, but isn't able to connect. And Seven will just bully his way out of the site. What a paranoia catch there. Gimon sets that up beautifully. Cubert running low on time. Didn't get what they were looking for early in the round. Looked to force the issue and run headlong into some of that util that you mentioned was maintained from the early round. Actually wants to go pretty deep here, and Knights does TP across. That was what that recon was set up for. Tries to get out, but Gimon's going to catch him there over towards Sewer. This is going to break down into a mess. On the run, Satellite is able to fail 7. And as this dark cover clears, Vora has to do more, and he does. What a transfer. Leaving Nismo. There's just no way he's going to check this, surely. Alvin does not see a barrel as far as we can tell. Nismo now has to, whip around. There's too many possibilities of Nismo over towards the suicide. Timo's got such a nice backstab position. He's given up the game. Doesn't even get a kill for it. Timo, at least just as the smoke blooms, is able to find one. This is going to throw a spanner in the works now for Cubert. 43 seconds, and they're headed up towards A. Take, though, on the A side. Never an easy prospect. Satellite waiting for the short. He sees it up. Alpha Boy is down. 7 is not quick enough on the trigger finger to respond. That's a Viper's Pit earned and deployed instantly, and I think that's going to be a save. The fast lane and get in with this ultimate. Under Heaven, no good. Vora's able to deal with him now. Timo under serious pressure. And it's a smoke up Heaven side. Gimon forced to drop out of it and take a fight. This time, though, sticks the landing for 2. And crouching into the Odin is 7. Satellite, though, is left free here. He knows he's got limited time. Not only get the plant down, but to have this 1 versus 1, he needs to dig 7 out on the site. Gets him and will plant in the nick of time.
Oh, and he even gets the perfect read on the plant. At least the guessing towards that spawn. He's going to be able to get that plant down safely. Alvin Boy on the alert from sewers. And it seems as though Satellite has the perfect read. He holds the tightest angle possible to watch that flank.
Is he going to get fortunate, though, with the angle that Alvin takes? He has the first shot. Knight's comfortable enough here, but here comes that Hunter's Fury from Vora.
Oh, no.
Okay, Caillou. All right, man. Happens to the best of us. Even with the team damage reduction of that Hunter's Fury. Still takes Knights down. He was peppered heavily on that B side, and still no plant. Re-clear with the Owl drone, spots Caillou on the walk up.
And then you've expended your 2 big also try to take over that B site. Thankfully, the Viper's still up here. It will at least screen out the A connector that allows for you to plant into B.
Timo just waits on this one. Caillou is lit with Vora. Not quick enough, it doesn't seem to matter. Low health, he takes Nismo down anyway. Now Caillou's got some amends to make, it's safe to say. Low as he is, Paranoia does connect, and from above, it's Timatino with the RKO. A little unfortunate there, as Nismo, frankly, is given a stay of execution. Timo thinks about it, but no tailwind available for him. Nismo eventually falls, but Knight's got a nice little angle here. With the last bullet, he's able to complete that splay transfer. Now in the pit, you've got to dive if you're TSM, and it's difficult, to say the least. Vora up to the task, or at least feels that way. Full post-plant positions now taken up for Cubert. Vora knows he needs to fight into mid. Yeah, I like that. All of TSM had to group up behind it now. Redux is under pressure on the site. Inside a smoker thing, Nismo was or Paranoia. It's hard to tell. Looks the same. They get ruined instantly. A lot of patience there for TSM. Called up like a spring. Explode onto that C side, and Cubert Academy have nothing to say about it. So far, at least.
You nailed it. It was that Paranoia from GMD. Opened up that site. Great util by TSM again.
Knights is going to have a crack at this one way or another. Time has been ticking. A retake wall, no longer relevant here. Not particularly useful, but okay. Knights is just going to find 2 with a classic. He's given his team a chance. Satellite hoping to follow up. Playing for Satellite.
Here.
We're going to plan for Cubert at all. Well, at least he gets that kill.
Okay. Now, though, those close plant positions being taken up with him on the soul. Anchor swings on it, but Knights has been sharp with these moments of the course of this game. He's put Cubert still within striking distance. Timo's going to be overwhelmed there. Caillou doesn't waste any time. Doesn't wait for the cloudburst to expire either. Just gets in there. It's on Vora. Might even catch on to 2 here if it's done correctly and not too shabby. Here's the jump in by Timotino. They have site control straight away, but Caillou's able to hold his ground. Still tough to anchor against this kind of pressure. And now on the other side of the smoke, Redux will wait. Still a tickle, still a tap, still no stick. TSM sent Albert out of the smoke. And Vora's able to find Redux at least with a shock dart. Please plant some point. No? Okay. Razorvine on the floor. He's been cleared. Let's give up the attention, but Seven's able to deal with this one as he goes for the swing. Arc there. It was in the hands of Seven as he was looking for the opening, but he's very low. Lucky to get out of there alive. Alpha Boy wants to push up on the site, but he's unaware. I think the Knights is tucked up in that corner, or he can't do anything about it. Great flash. That is a very good flash. And a Caillou V7. And the fault line. Tough to play off your own fault line in this day and age with weapon uptime, but it is something that Seven has access to. I like this. Hides away from the recon. Might be looking just to disrupt the Planetaire. What? Huh? Here in Q might try and disrupt this, go for something before TSM can get set up. Yep, straight into the side. They go. Alvin deals with Redux instantly. And there's not much you can do after that. Knight caught inside the side, knows he's going to be dealing with this util. Alvin's already done his job in this round. This time, Timotino's got a much safer place to play from. And yep, we have, of course, a Rolling Thunder earned in the prior round by 7.
You're cycling smoke still right now for Cubert. You can still tap this spike and force the push.
Fault line. Timo's going to run it in. He's taken down, but gave him on the opening he was looking for. And now he is all over it. Knights is in trouble. Extending that far yet. I don't know if he heard the sound of Satellite pulling out of that position. Here's the relay bolt though. Cube knows they need to get Redux busy down mid. And that, of course, was an attempt at a defuse for Caillou that is, well, predictably spammed on out. TSM now have full control of this game.
And it's going to be Caillou that's tested first.
Good for one, but the rest, though, could be an issue. Nicely done by Caillou. The paranoia comes in a little bit late in the day, but Gimon is still able to salvage what could have been an ugly situation. Regardless for Cubert Academy, though, it puts them at parity, at least in this round.
30 seconds left.
Knights will be waiting for an opportunity to step up here, expecting that pretty standard push towards the left side. And Timo's going to deliver it to him, just maybe not in the timing he would have liked. He gets info, but takes a bunch of damage as a result. And ultimately served out the Timo on a silver platter. It's on Satellite for the map.
Just play for stats.
Yeah. Play for the next map, brother. Okay. Timo was the low health player, so he's picked off easily with a body shot. But Vora and Gimond will be holding hands until the end of time, and they wait for Satellite to present an opportunity. TSM convert on their map pick. Haven comfortably their way in the end. Still tucked into that A side, and Gimond is always finding some kind of devilish timing. He finds Caillou, but it is traded out eventually, as Nismo was waiting for him kitchen side. And this seems to be more than enough to give TSM the go signal to work onto this A side.
And that tough part for Cubert, because they lost mid control, they have to stick on a 2-2 sight hold on both extremities. So you can walk contact for TSM. There's only one person watching the contact, and that's Redux.
Right, is the play. It's going to be nice. Waiting for Vora to step on up. Alvin finally springs into action this round, and Timo tests the corner. Should be a double swing, and they even keep Timo alive even better. Trading would have been worst case, would have still been fine. Paranoia, though, head first, run into, and eventually Alvin is going to see Satellite enter that smoke. To late round lurk from the Viper. Going to have to happen sooner rather than later. There it is. The trades start to get broken up, though, as the tailwind comes in from Timotino. He doesn't get what he needs, but he breaks crosshair placement enough for TSM to take these crossfires.
They have to close it on GMD. The alarm bot already shows that he's present towards kitchen, but they decide to give that up. GMD now has a window to work with in the post plant. Oh wait, he's strolling.
Okay, he is really going the long way around. This does leave Vora alone.
Scanning ahead.
Yeah, he needs a bit more info. Okay, able to force Knights off the planet at least, even if it's not finding any damage. The high-low setup is good, and where's Gimon? Where's the boy? He's, well, too late. He is too less of a sure thing to try and take this B side. Nismo finds timing, and his punish team is able to see him straight away. Wow, okay. Well, he's cracked this one, hasn't he? Satellite wants to just forget about it. Don't Don't leave your guns at home. Come on away. He's able to jump. It's a mosh pit in play that makes it a bit awkward. 7 drops down off of Yellow and behind the wall. Timo thinks about the shorty for a moment. It's Vora for 7. Nice taken down as Nismo on the other side of these boxes. Timo just cleans him up, man. Not able to double down on this occasion. That's what you want. TSM expecting a fight. Cubert at least trading evenly until now, and it's just a stinger. That little double back from Alvin, maybe realizing
the inserts.
It's been pinged out, and yeah, wow, it gets a 0 point. Oh, Nismo's going to check. Oh, come on, he's able to capitalize on that fake TP to spawn. And then he just tears strips off of the remaining Cubert players to try and challenge him. We'll stick the plant here despite the snake bite. And an Alvin boy just wrecks them. Knights has to do it all here, and frankly, he never stood a chance. As we know, the correct call. Oh, no! Oh, that's disastrous! Oh, he gets another one!
Dude.
Everybody walking into the crosshairs for Timotino, and Nismo just got CS there. Swinging out, going for a knife timing, and it's the exact worst time to make that peak. And there's just a sense that Cubert not supposed to win this map.
And that was off 2 smoke cycles on the defense that prevents the players from moving out. And Timotino continues to open up with the op. What are you gonna do with this lockdown now? You just counter ulti.
Play forward, I like this. A little bit of sass. And still, Timo's done it up to 15 now. Caillou could not get away. 7 will just take this challenge, brimming with confidence, with every reason to be. Here comes TSM. Oh God, it is a slaughter. And he's creeping closer and closer. Dangerous! Bro, Util. I think Util when he
his hands out. He had his hands out.
Nothing in them, that's the problem. 0 to show. And all of a sudden, TSM is getting timing across the map.
The timing on Redux also gives that timing onto Caillou. He was not set up. And now Nismo is trying to go for a solo play to flood out because his teammates are still rotating across, and Knights only has a judge at 10 HP. So he was already hit in the chest earlier on here by an outlaw from Timotino, and I think it came down to that, not necessarily on the pressure that they had towards that B site. It was just the timing that they missed here for Cubert against TSM that last round. Dude, he's just continuing to farm, man. He's spotted.
Oh God, they know everything now. They know exactly what's happening. They're gonna go for it. They're gonna take the fight. Hey, what are you doing? You have an outlaw in your hands. Timo just runs into Nismo. Tries to get ahead apparently the null command. Now that wasn't possible, but still, they just win that fight. Complete and utter disrespect. We are JDM inclined right now. 7 will get that plant down. And it is on satellite to try and salvage what has been a disastrous half for Cubert Academy.
Do people still remember the GDM lean? I mean, it's been what, 4 years now.
Oh,
I feel like a lot of the new viewers has started watching Valorant since EG won 2023 champs in LA. So yeah, probably 80% of the people watching this stream probably doesn't know about GDM. That said, though, I have to say, sorry, Mitch, looking at the composition for Cubert for this half.
That is obviously just decay from the poison orb they all ran through, so never mind. Have a nice day. Still be positioned up towards Crow's Nest, though. TSM trying to make their way out. Alvin has made some level of inroads, but it's a weird angle to try and check. Kimon drops down, though, deals with Redux. At long range, Timotino was knocking Nismo very low, and now he's on his ass. This is brutal. Knights so often finding himself in his solo scenarios. He was the loose end at B in that first half. Has to go nuts. Down to 50. Tap of the spike here and there. Timothy and Alvin Boy will swing together, and Knights was still able to find a window. This is big. Down to 50. But of course, the Grim Reaper himself puts him out of his misery. Yeah. All right, here's 7 trying to get ahead of the game. I respect it. Sometimes you let the game come to you. Timotino hoping to do just that. Gets off the line, but runs into Knights. Now a bit of pace being played with for Cubert as they realize this is their last chance. So Wingman will complete the spike plant. TSM leaning on 3. Stinger, Bulldog, Phantom to work with. Oh God, bring him on. He's having one. Pushed up. Alvin Boy with a better weapon here. Timing for Vora. Oh, it's beautiful. And Caillou goes down to the Stinger at long range. Well, it's a map that ends in much the way that it began. Utter domination. And Cubert Academy with a nightmarish performance.
Defenders win.
We knocked right on down.